Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching About Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Thursday, January 16th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 3 of 2025, and in my neck of the woods, it is currently 37 degrees with a high of 49 and a low of 24. Welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles, and laughs, pretty pictures, and of course the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. In other words, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and importantly, the why. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always fun. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who will watch this broadcast after the fact, which I know a majority of you do. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who'll see this broadcast when I upload it into my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Alrighty. Hold on, let me get my second monitor going here. There we go. All right, let's see who's popped in. Excuse me. There we go. All right. So let's see who's popped in tonight. We've got Tammy, Mamie, Lori, Stephanie, Linda, and the three amigos, Uno, Dos, Tres, Linda, Michelle, and Wally. Linda, we missed you last night. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Maggie. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday to one and all. All right. So that's it so far. So tonight we're back on our normal schedule here. The two coloring projects, the first being the Buddy Color, which is available in our Facebook group as a download. And when I'm done with this, we'll do a new Buddy Color. Oh, Mamie, yeah, this purple flower, yeah. I agree with you. So last night I got I did the outside, of course, with a light color. And this is from our combo word search and coloring book, 50 word search puzzles, 50 related images to color. So in addition to doing the picture, we've been doing the puzzle, And you guys are knocking this out left and right. And we don't have too many more words to find. You'll need to let me know. Well, we'll get there in a minute. Hold on. All right. And then our second image, which we haven't done for a couple days. Hello, Amy. This is our steampunk scientist. And this is from Coloring Heaven Steampunk Special 2020, no, 2021. Neat little book. I always like to tell you where our images are from so you can look it up if you want. Hello, kitty. Really been enjoying doing this project. I hope you've been enjoying watching it as well. Put a little rhinestones here on the goggles. So yeah, it's coming out beautifully. All right. Now, for those of you that weren't here last night, we finished up our iguana. Isn't that beautiful? I used a little bit of holographic chunky glitter for the outside of the tutu. And I think it turned out really well. All right. Anybody have any questions about this? Oh, then I used a little bit of glitter around the shoes themselves. Now, we decided to name this iguana Jackie. Anybody remember why? Oh, Tammy, that's cool. Thank you. So let me go ahead and put the name on here. That's right. And whose brother is it? Let's see. All right, let's put that on there. Hold on, let me check something here. I wanted to say Susan, but somebody help me here. It was her brother Jack who recently passed. Patricia? All right. So we've got the name Jackie on there. So that looks pretty cool. We got it done. We got her done. All right, let me set that off to the side. Let me get our current project. Now, do you guys want to do a little word search tonight? We've got a few more words to find. You guys vote and let me know. And while we're doing that, how was your day today? Win, lose, or draw? I'm going to say draw. Tammy says draw. I had a draw, like I said. Although Tuesday we'll have a win because my newest book comes in. V is for Valentine's Day, Jubilee. Lori, draw. Amy, draw. Thomas, draw. Linda, draw. Maggie, draw. Kitty, draw. And Mamie, draw. Okay. Well, it's a draw day. Hopefully everybody's weather has settled down. Stephanie, draw. Okay, so the next thing I need to know is, and please state a preference, do you want me to do some more puzzle on here? Tammy, it's snowing a little there? Okay. So guys, please vote real quick. Oh, let's see here. Tammy says yes. Lori, no. So hopefully, guys, when you... Kitty wants to color, okay. Amy says no. Stephanie says no. Okay. We'll go right to coloring. Thank you. That's what I needed to know. All right. So we've been working on our cards. And if you remember, the setup of the book is that we have our page and then we have our puzzle next to it. So it's a puzzle and a page coloring book. So get your paper towel or cloth or whatever you use to put underneath your hand. And let's keep going with this. So last night I worked on the flower in the center. Now I'm not going to do the center of the flower yet, but we did do purples here, although we ran out of time and I still have to finish up the right hand side. So I have my light, medium, and dark purple. Well, Thomas, that's okay whether you have the book or not. People still enjoy doing the coloring page and the puzzle. A lot of people printed this out for themselves. So now I'm working my lightest color towards the outside in my lighter area. So I'm going to turn this because it's easier for me. Hello, Janie. And then we have our dark on this edge, and that's going to make this look really dimensional. And then, let me come in a little closer, our medium. Oh, Janie, you got your shower already so you can stay till 10. Fantastic. Hiya, Grace. Now, I'm going to take my white pencil and I'm going to accent this upper lip. And by doing that, that emphasizes the dimension on the flower. A crossword puzzle book with coloring pages. Okay. All right, everybody see how that white highlights the curve of that flower. Hi, Angie. All right, let's pull out. Look how cool that flower looks with that highlighting. Now I'm just going to use my yellow just a little bit more. And it's perfectly okay to put your yellow on top of your purple. Now over here, I did it as a pure color, meaning it was on the actual white of the paper. But now I'm bringing that yellow in on top of the purple. Now, the next little thing that we need to do is we need to take our Payne's Gray and we're going to put a little bit of a shadow next to the petal where they're overlapping. And I want you to notice that when I start to do that, that really makes these individual petals start to show up. Do not get heavy-handed with your Payne's Gray. Everybody see the difference since I added that? The second that I started to do that, that brought up this petal. Excuse me. Okay, so let's pop over to the next one. Can everybody see this, how this is starting to make this look dimensional? Who's coloring this with me tonight? Janie, you're coloring with me? Hi, Lois. Tammy is, Mamie is, Stephanie is, Linda, yep. Angie, you're still in romantic country. Okay. Okay. Now, be absolutely sure that when you put your shadow in, you peter out that color, right? So it's going to get lighter and lighter as we go out on the petal. Is Payne's Gray 50% or more 90%? I would say more 90%. Okay, then I'm going to turn this some more. We've already got a little shadow right here that was indicated on the grayscale, but I'm going to soften that line. And bring that out a little more. Guys, I really want you to catch these nuances because it's going to make all the difference in the world on how cool your flower looks. Okay. Then, on this little bump here, I'm going to darken the inside of this curve a little bit. And again, I want you to notice how that really makes a difference in making these petals look individual. Okay, then we're going to roll around. Sybil-esque, hello. And then we're going to find the edge of this last petal right here. which is right here. And I'm going to gently shade that in. I'm actually shadowing it. And again, we're going to blend that out. We're going to soften that line a little bit. Sybilesk, where have you been? And then I'm going to roll this around a little more. Let me pull out so you can see this overall. And then, oh, you got a new dog. Aww. Boy or girl, what's the name? How old? Okay, now I've got two petals right here. Let's see, we need to decide which is going to be on top of the other. So I'll make this one here on top of this one. Now you've got to ease in your gray color here. What do I always tell you? Skim your pencil in and then keep at it until you reach the intensity that you want. It's a girl, 1.5 years old, Brindy. Oh, how exciting. Okay. Now let's see where we're going to do this next one. Okay. Now, this petal is curved over a little bit. See how that little rounded area is? You rescued her from your shelter. You go, girl. Shelter rescue is a good thing. Angry Bear, hello. She will be the best dog ever. Okay, now see how we've got this layer of petal right here. So now I'm going to go through and we'll tease in this color of the Payne's Gray underneath. Sybilesk, when did you get your new puppy? Brindy, when did you get her? And I'm going to run that line all the way over to the edge. Does everybody see the importance of coming in lightly? And then working your color from there. Oh, you got her Monday. All right, I just had a little spot there that I didn't want. Are you guys following along here with our shading so that you can see the different layers of the petals? Sybilesk, is she settling in? Okay. Check it out. It's going to take her a while, of course. Can everybody see the differences now on the petals since we put in the shadowing? She's getting really rowdy. How big of a dog is she? Is she small or a bigger dog? Okay, guys, do you see the difference now with these petals? Medium size. How many pounds? So what, about 50 pounds? 40 pounds? £30. Gotcha. Anybody have any questions about how I'm shadowing these petals? So about beagle size, says Angry Bear. Eleanor, hello. Guys, what do you think of the flower now? And is anybody having any problems putting in our shadowing? Now, again, this was not originally called out on your grayscale. And there comes a time in doing the grayscale where you're going to turn around Oh, that's cool, Sybilesque. I was going to ask you for a picture. There comes a time in grayscale where you work this a little, you work independently of what the grayscale is and add in the things like your shadowing. Everybody understand that? Eleanor, this is our buddy color, which means if you have a printer, you can print it out and color along. Now, I'm also going to use my Payne's Gray on the darker portion of the petal here. See how I'm extending that out a little bit? Eleanor, Mamie can get a reference to the picture so you can print it out. She'll put that in the chat for you. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is where you can tweak it now and get those little nuances in to make this look really pretty. I think I'm going to blend this out a little more. This is on the bottom left. I just want to soften that line a little bit. Eleanor, what do you mean? Is it the same as the other picture? You mean the other buddy color that we did? Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to bring out my dark color a little bit more down here. And I'm going to finger blend this. Yeah, that picture, Eleanor, that we did 3 days ago, the iguana, that was a buddy color as well. Okay, now notice that I'm tweaking this shading right here. I'm going to round that out just a little bit more. Don't forget to turn your pencil when you lift it. And I'm going to go back to my dark purple down here. And we'll finger blend this. All right, let me pull out so you can see the whole thing. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Open Govee. All right, Stephanie sent me a picture of her flower. check it out. All right. All right, let's move on to another flower. Now, just for giggles and laughs, I've done the one flower on this card. I'm going to move over to the flower here on the second card. Let's see what we got here. Hallelujah, amen, amen. Now, purples and oranges go together. I'm sorry, oranges and pink go together really well. So, let me swatch this for you. Oh, Stephanie, you keep trying to pick up the edge of the card to move it instead of the paper. Here's my orange. Here's my pink for my medium color. And light pink for my light. Now, this is a situation where you can have different colors for your dark, medium, and light. And I'm actually okay, Sybilesque, here. Oh, there's a new puppy. There you go. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty big dog. I'd categorize that dog as large. All right. So, Stephanie, we had an image that we were coloring that had a pencil on it that was part of the image. It was a colored pencil as part of the picture, and I kept trying to pick up that colored picture, that colored pencil. So I get it that you're trying to pick up that card. Yeah, it does look like a lab and a boxer. Stephanie, they're different brands. The orange is the Amazon Basics. The darker pink is a Fila, and my light pink is a Starjoy. Okay. So I'm going to start off with my orange because that's my darker color. Let's see. Stephanie, you can try a hot pink if you want. That's up to you. If it turns out that it's too bright, you can always go over it with your ivory. Now, given that this dark part is so limited on the flower, I'm going to bring it down a little bit into my medium spot, just for the variety. Now, I'm not going to completely cover over the medium with my orange. You'll see that in a second. So now I'm going to come in with my pink. And notice that I'm using the pink on top of the orange to blend that and soften it and make it work together. Okay, Lois, thank you. Okay, Lori. And then I'm going to come in with my light pink. I'm going to blend over my darker pink and my orange with it. Don't forget to turn your pencil. Isn't that pretty? Now let me go up to this other petal here for a second that's underneath. We've got our pink. That's our darker pink and then our lighter pink. And back to my lighter pink. Okay, Eleanor, thank you. Lori, you're back? Okay. And this is my pink on top of my orange. All right. Now let's go to our next petal. We have our orange on the outside. That's because we designated our orange as our darkest color. And then you'll notice that this petal has these veins in them. So we'll come in with our orange with that. And then we'll come back in with our darkest pink. But again, you're going to skim in that color. Pebbles went to the vet today. She's been limping, nothing wrong. Vet thinks she is copying me because I limp. Exactly, Lori. You've heard, yeah, I've heard stories about that. Exactly. That is hysterical. You know, Lori, if you wanted to check that out, hop along on one leg once in a while and see if she starts to copy that. In other words, lift one leg and see if she does the same thing. So now you keep telling her to stop making fun of you. Yeah, try it, Lori, and see. Tell us, tomorrow or sometime in the future if that happened. Is Pebbles with you right now? And you won't have to lift your foot up a lot to do it. Just enough, lift it up that it's obvious. Oh, she had her rabies shot. Okay, I won't disturb her by calling her name. Okay, so there's our pink and our orange. Finger blend that, get that looking soft. All right, next area down here. Here's my darkest color, which will be my orange. Here's our darker of the two pinks, which I've designated as a medium. Again, we come in very, very light. It's easier to darken an area than it is to try to lighten it. And then our light pink. And notice how that light pink is softening our darker pink and making it blend in. Now I'm going to go back over to my previous petal, and I'm going to use my light pink to blend that in a little bit more. And then I'm going to turn this to our bottom petal. And I'm just going to use my two pinks. Yeah, you're right, Grace. It is almost the tutu colors on our iguana. And you saw how great the pink and orange went together there. And then back to our, whoops, gonna put a little dark pink right here. Series set timer for 25 minutes. Set timer for 25 minutes.
25 minutes, counting down.
All right. Now we'll come in with our light pink. And again, take your time. Coloring is not a race. Celeste said I couldn't hop on one leg. My life depended on it. Me neither. Kitty, do I have inky a coloring book called Ivy and the Inky Butterfly? Yes, I do have it. That's the one that's the major story, right? If it's the one I'm thinking about, I actually read that entire story while I was coloring. This petal is reminding me of a seashell. Yeah, it's a storybook all the way through. Yeah, that's like I said, I read that story and put it on video. It's there on YouTube somewhere. Okay. Let's do our top petal here. There we go. I'll find it eventually. This time I'm going to start with my light pink. Oh, you're hoping to get it for your birthday in March. Okay, I'm going to put a little orange right here. And then I'm going to put in my dark pink. Very, very lightly. All right, finger blend. Let me pull out. Okay. Yeah, that book, the Inky Butterfly book, that should be, like I said, on sale. It's an older book. Okay, so let's work a little detail on this. Hello, Julie. Now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to darken in some of the veins with my darker pink. And then I'm going to come in and tweak these veins a little bit. Julie, glad to see you. Let me double check something here. Julie ended up buying the digital version of my word search book because she's going to do it in Procreate. Oh, I can't wait to see what you do with it, Julie. Okay, now notice that I'm coming in with my pink and I'm darkening around my edges a little bit. And this is where we don't worry too much about grayscale anymore. Julie, will you explain Procreate to Lori? It's a digital it's not just for coloring, it lets you design images. See how I'm shading this in? And I'm making this pink. Yeah, it's digital art program. And I'm making half the leaf, half the petal this darker pink. So we got all our basic colors in according to the grayscale, and now we're fine tuning it. Oh, let's see what we got here. Okay. Now, just like my purple flower. Oh, Julie, take a look at this purple flower because you weren't here when I did it. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now I'm going to come in with a dark pink, actually a red, and I'm going to shadow my petals just like I did on my purple flower. Now, I can't use Payne's gray because the gray would be out of place with our lighter pink and orange. Let me swatch the color that I'm using. Let me get this back in focus. There's the color. I have no idea what the pencil is because my pencil length is down to a nubby that I have glued to a number 2 pencil, so it's still usable. So again, I'm darker next to the petal that I want to shadow, and then I peter out the color. I blend it out. Okay, PC 903 magenta. Could be. All right, let's move over to the top. Now, don't just make a line when you're outlining this. You've got to blend it out. And notice how I'm continuing now around the petal. And notice how I'm blending it out each time. What does that mean to blend out? It means you get lighter and lighter with it so that you have your transition. I'm going to finger blend that. Okay, Now, I got this little part of this petal right here. See it? And then we'll go on to the next petal. How's everybody doing with this? Now again, the blending gets critical here because you don't want it to look like that you just took a pencil and outlined the thing, right? And then let's do our little area up here. And then we'll do our area here where our two petals are overlapping. Again, blend your colors out so that the color progression looks natural. Now, I'm going to take this darkening in towards the center here. And basically shadow all that center stuff. Don't forget to turn your pencil. Keep that point sharp for as long as you can. Now, this darkening is not called for in the grayscale, right? So this is where we're using our artistic intelligence or our artistic intuitiveness and adding it. Now, how does artistic intuitiveness come about? It comes about by your coloring history. Right? Little bit of a finger blend. Now, I want that darker on this side. I don't think I did this side, did I? Oh, that was weird. All right. Let's take a look at this whole thing. What do you think? Now, this is where you can come in. I'm going to come in with my orange. And I'm going to tint that in. Now, Stephanie sent an updated picture as well. Let's take a look at this. Here's hers. All right. Good night, Stephanie. And yes, we will have fun. Now, I'm just tinting in my orange. Guys, are you enjoying coloring this flower? Oh, it's not as pink as it looks on yours? Okay. I'm going to put a little orange down here at the bottom. And I'm thinking that looks pretty darn neat. Notice how I'm taking this orange and filling in this divot. All right, let me pull out. Guys, what do you think? Okay. Now, I'm going to start a little teaser here for you. I'm going to put in a blue background, and I'm going to start with a very light blue. This actually is an Amazon Basics pencil. Oh, come on. And I'm going to start the background with this lighter blue. All right. Now we're going to come in nice and light with this. What do I always tell you? Come in lightly with your pencil. Isn't that beautiful? Now, you know that with this background, I'll come back with it and we'll shade and shadow. I'm going to pop over to the second card for a minute because it's got less blue in it. So I'm starting out with the lightest blue of my dark, medium, and light. Now, don't color over those little gray twiggy things. Okay, Carmen, thank you. Okay, then we got a little more blue down here in this little teeny tiny area. Clean that up a little. And make sure that you get a nice thorough coverage. Okay, let's finish up our blue on the right hand card here. And again, very critical to turn your pencil when you lift it to move around because we're in smaller areas. Guys, what do you think of the blue as the background? Not your cup of tea, or do you like it? Janie, yes to which question? I asked two. Not your cup of tea, or do you like it? Tammy, you like it? Julie, you like it? Janie, you like it? Okay. All right. We're getting there. And again, this is the light color of my light, medium, and dark that I'll be putting in here. All right, let me pull out. Look at that. Awfully pretty. Okay. Unless anybody has any questions or comments, I'm going to switch to my next image. Anybody have any questions or concerns? Are you stuck anywhere on this? All right. Let me bundle up my pencils that I'm using. And I'll be ready to go on the next image. Good night, Tammy. Tammy, I hope you had fun tonight. Sybil S., good night. Janie, good night. Guys, do me a favor and hit that like button before you go. All right, let's continue with our steampunk professor. Now, we made the shirt underneath the smoking jacket. I'm going to call this black. So that means our cuff needs to be black. And that means that we need to work with what? Our blacks and our grays. So we have our black as our dark. Then we have a medium gray. Okay, Mamie, thank you. And then we'll have a light gray. Okay, Grace. So let me go ahead and swatch these for you. So here's our black. Here's our medium gray. Here's our light gray. So let's start our sleeve here. That'll add more context to this. Now, while we're doing this, we need to curve around our blacks and our gray because of the curvature of the sleeve. Again, don't forget to turn your pencil. So there's our dark. So Amy, did one of y'all come over here and borrow your blender pencil, needing it back? Lori says you can borrow hers, you can borrow mine. Amy, try and blend with your colored pencils instead of your blender. What really blows my mind is I'll be using a pencil color and I'll set it down on my table and then I'll go to use it again and can't find the silly thing. And you would think that since their life's goal is to be used for the purpose they were created, you would think that something like a blender pencil would be happy to stick around. Okay, so there is our black on the sleeve. Now I'm going to come in with my medium. Oh, tell the Minutemen that you need your pencil back. You have to ask out loud. Or the gnomes, or the gremlins. Now, there's my medium. And then my light. Now, obviously this is not blended, right? So now I got to go back to my dark, which is my black. And we're going to soften up that line. And then I'm going to come in with my medium. We'll soften up that line a little more between the black. Everybody see how this is coming around? And then my light. Now, oh, then I'm going to finger blend this. And then I'm going to come in with my Faber-Castell 103, which is my ivory. And I'm going to lighten my center a little bit. Oh, you're right. It does look like a record. Exactly. You're right. Well, now you know how to color a record. You guys are getting a 2-for-1. All right, let me pull out. Thanks a lot, Lori. Now I can't unsee that. Ooh. Okay. Now, here's a question for you. I need to continue coloring this sleeve, but if I continue to color it with the black, I'm going to lose the definition of where this part of the sleeve overlaps this part of the sleeve. So my question to you is, what would you do about that? How would you deal with that situation? Come on, guys, you're smart. Give me an answer. And the answer is use a gray that's darker than the grays that we used over here. Angry Bear says my answer is going to suck. Dark gray or something. Well, Angry Bear, your answer does not suck. I don't know why you said that. Do me a favor, edit your reply, take out my answer is going to suck, and just respond by saying dark gray or something. Give yourself some credit. Delete that comment and just say dark gray or something. There we go. Now say dark gray or something. And yes, she is correct. There you go, Angry Bear. Guys, you need to have confidence in yourself when answering these questions. Okay, then I'm going to come in with, let me finger blend that a little bit. Then I'm going to come in with my black very lightly, and I'm going to go over that gray. Now, this black is not coming in dark black because I've got it over the gray. Everybody see what I'm doing? So I'm getting the black in there, but it won't be as black as the black that we did on the other side with the buttons. So, Angry Bear, your answer did not suck. Have faith in yourself. Isn't that beautiful? So now we have two shades. Now, if you need to lighten it for some reason, which I do, I'm just going to come back with my lighter gray. And I'll put that on. So has everybody cleared the sequence on how I did that? I put a color underneath the black to make it look lighter when I put the black on. So if you ever run into an area on your colorings that this happens, now you know what to do about it. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Isn't that cool? All right. So now let's come back up to the top, and I'm going to continue with the color of his smoking jacket. I'm calling this a smoking jacket. By the way, Angry Bear, how did you come up with your screen name? Okay, now we're going to have a little bit of blue. There is a giant plush of a bear, and it had an angry face, so Angry Bear. Well, there you go. All right, let's continue down our sleeve. The problem is, Angry Bear, every time I see your name, I think of Elton John's song Sugar Bear. You had me roped and tied. Yeah, I see Elton John isn't doing very well. Oh, you usually get Care Bear? Okay, now I'm going to come in with a little bit of black. You'll see why in a moment. We have another situation where we have different parts of the outfit coming together. So I'm going to take my black and I'm going to shade I'm actually shadowing the edge. And then I'm going to come in with my blue and do the next part of the sleeve. I hadn't thought of Care Bear actually. Now, notice again how I am curving around with this pencil to match the curve in the sleeve. Check it out. And it does make a difference when you're coloring. All right, let me turn this. Excuse me, I was just moving some pencils around here. All right, let's keep going. Again, don't get fast and sloppy. Okay. Now, up at the top where we have the crease in the sleeve, using the same pencil, I'm going to go over it a little bit lighter. And then I'm going to use a dark gray. We'll use a Payne's, actually I'll use a Payne's gray on that. And we've got another little indentation right here. Don't forget to blend that out. All right, let's take a look at this puppy. What do you think so far? Okay. Now, I'm going to come in with my Payne's gray on my wrinkles down here ahead of time before I do the blue, because I don't want to lose those lines. Angry Bear, you like the dark blue. Okay, now back to our dark blue. Again, don't forget to turn your pencil. And also don't forget to work in the direction of the fabric. Now, I need to come back with my Payne's Gray and shadow the edge of his uplifted arm, right? We don't want to lose that. And I'm going to run that shadowing up the edge here. And again, when you are coloring this, you want to do it in such a way that you see the effect. And not the colored pencil itself. All right, I just wanted to clean that up a little bit. Now, notice that I'm running the blue right over that black that I did for the fold of the fabric. Blending, 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 rawhide. That's our little song to remember to blend. And again, notice how I'm coloring in the direction of the jacket. Now, if you need to change direction a little bit to get those white spots out of there, that's fine. You want that to be a solid blue. Check it out. Okay, now I'm running out of time, so I'm going to pause right here. Now I've got about 3 more minutes. Again, don't forget to turn your pencil. And don't forget to follow the flow of the fabric. And this is where everything is coming together beautifully. Okay, now I'm going to stop there because I've got to draw in the bottom of the beaker, which I will do tomorrow night. Okay, let me pull out so you can see where we are. And look how beautifully that is coming together now. Any questions, comments? I think that's looking pretty nifty. And then the other image we worked on earlier were the cards. And those are coming out beautifully as well. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it an evening. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. We'll see what kind of trouble we can get into. Love on each other, guys. That's what our group is known for. Please do me a favor, hit that like button. I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. Worked on our cards, worked on our steampunk scientist. And it's finally all coming together. Okay, guys, have a great rest of the evening. Guys, please share this broadcast. All right, guys. Till tomorrow night then. Bye.